Downtown Los Angeles, where 30,000 people are homeless, making up nearly 2/3 of the city's homeless population of about 45,000 in the city of LA.
It's loud, chaotic, unpredictable. Some say that it's dangerous. But what is the real truth?
We're going to be exploring the highs and lows of downtown LA from one of the most densely populated areas of homeless in the United States to showing you what a $20,000 a month penthouse unit looks like.
We are not in the best area.
Nothing like this.
I didn't even know this place exists in downtown LA. Now the trains could definitely use an upgrade. I'll be the test dummy for it. We are approaching Skid Row. Downtown LA is home to one of the largest homeless encampments in the entire world. This is the life that a lot of people in downtown live. Just tremendously sad what some of these people have to go through and very unfortunate. But this is Skid Row and we are driving right through it. Take a look across the street. Tents to the right, tents to the left. Probably advisable to not stop or get out of the car around here. What can they even do about it when there are this many people out here? Look at this. There are people in line here on the left, probably for some free meals that are being handed out, some shelter. There's just really a lot going on. Hard to fathom that this can exist right next to all of these luxury high rises.
Despite their unfortunate situation,
Got the music bumping, the vibes are high, the sun is shining. It's not all bad.
even when it seems like you are down to nothing, the shining sun, good music, and good vibes can really bring hope to some of these people, and we could definitely see that firsthand. Now, although downtown is filled with people who have no choice but to make the streets their home, other methods of getting around town are still available for those looking to change their circumstances. And while it's often said that you need a car in LA, some may not be aware of the LA Metro Rail.
LA's public transportation system is actually not as bad as you might think. Some people thought New York was the only place with subways, but it's actually also in downtown LA. I've lived here for so long, but I've actually never taken the subway. That's crazy.
The city has come up with a 28 by 28 plan aiming to complete 28 transit and infrastructure projects because
they want to eliminate cars by the 2028 Olympics, so they're putting so much money into the public transportation system, the railways, the metro. Now the trains could definitely use an upgrade. It's a little dirty. I don't know if you really want to be taking that to work every day.
To make the city more commuter friendly, LA aimed to modernize the metro system in the 90s, but despite the investment, it still hasn't fully lived up to the expectations. Many locals still prefer driving, which is why
in the early 2000s, developers saw new potential in downtown LA again and started building high-rises like the one behind me.
And later on in this video, we're going to be touring one of those high-rises, specifically a $20,000 a month penthouse suite. But it's not just about the highs and lows. Where does the average person go? Where do the tourists go?
We're now in the last bookstore. If you've never been here in downtown LA, you definitely should check it out. Look at the wave of books surrounding me. Now, this is rare. I don't think I could really grab... Oh, they're real books. This is not fake, so probably don't touch that. And this used to be a bank. So this is actually a vault that you can walk into. Check this out. There are so many cool, unique spots like this throughout downtown LA that you might have never even heard about. There used to be just a giant stack of money probably to the ceiling right here. And now there's me, so basically the same thing. In downtown, we're surrounded by several luxury high-rises, and you do have the graffiti towers behind me completely abandoned, but it does look a lot different now that there's color added to it with all of the tag artwork. But we're actually gonna head toward LA Live to show you some of what the nicer parts of downtown look like, the touristy sections. If you're in downtown LA and you're looking for some nicer restaurants to eat at and you want to get away from maybe the more sketchy areas, I'll recommend coming to LA Live. You can see they have some security and event staff because there's always events going on around this part of town. So I'm standing on what used to be a street. As of very recently, they just completely added these concrete slabs to now make this an entire walkable area here in LA Live that connects the crypto arena behind me. But the crazy part is that if you look up above, that's where the graffiti towers are. It really is just crazy to see something like that that has been tagged up a bunch, graffiti on the building right next to what would be the epicenter of downtown. Right now it's completely abandoned, but then as you look to your right, the gorgeous crypto.com arena where the Lakers play, Clippers used to play, the Kings play. There's many concerts that go on right here. The Peacock Theater right next to it, where we just had the Grammys right here. So can you imagine A-list celebrities, people coming from around the world to see a venue as iconic as the Crypto Arena, or as us locals call it, we still call it the Staples Center around here. And it's right next to this eyesore of a building, and the company that was piecing this together went completely bankrupt. So who knows how long it'll take for this to ever look like a luxury high-rise building in LA, or if it'll remain this way forever. Let me know what you guys think. It's truly always surprised me about any downtown or any major city, how these stores are even run. How are they paying rent there? How are they staying open? How is this flower shop doing enough business to afford paying for that spot in downtown Los Angeles? Something like that just will continue to boggle my mind. So although we're in LA, we're coming up to Wall Street. Is that funny? All right, get the camera out of my face. Downtown LA is full of hidden gems and historical landmarks, but there's also a lot of great food here in LA. We are in the Grand Central Market. I'm gonna walk you through. You got everything from brand new coffee shops to an oyster bar, sushi. I mean, that LED wall behind me, I need that in my house, honestly. Check that out. Shohei Ohtani billboard, look at this guy. And you really just don't have these small local shops. It's a lot of franchise places such as McConnell's Ice Cream, one of the best ice cream shops anywhere here in Los Angeles. You've got a Broad Street Oyster Company, which I've gone to the one in Malibu several times, and they have one here at the Grand Central Market in downtown. It's got some fresh lobster right here. Is that sea urchin?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you like it?
Yeah.
I might have to try that. Sea urchin? I don't know about that. Looks a little sketchy. I don't even want to look at it. I feel like they really have updated this place over the last couple of years because it's just super clean and you have really nice places to eat. You have a juice bar, a little coffee shop, a bakery, several different coffee shops, and just look at these cookies. Vegan chocolate cookies. You know if this is real food or that's actually real?
Yeah, real food.
Oh.
With like leftover food that we don't sell the day prior, we just reuse it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with that after?
Well, we
Today.
just toss it around, just toss it to the track.
Okay, got it.
You know, sometimes it's like we don't want to give it away to the people.
Makes
Just
sense.
because we don't want them to get sick.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll be the test dummy for it.
If you want.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course.
Kobe Bryant mural, rest in peace. This one looks so realistic. Shout out the artist, whoever you are. I don't see a handle. All right. We'll cut that part out. So we are here on the ground level now, but I want to get a better view of the city. So I wonder if there's any way we could go
See where the 1% live when it comes to wealth out here. We've traveled from challenging conditions on the streets through vibrant tourist destinations. Each step of the way shows not just the struggles, but also the incredible opportunities and hope that LA has to offer. It's a city of contrasts where, despite the challenges, there's always a chance for something better.
It's crazy that we are truly living in the future when you have security robots like this thing. Check it out. We're in Los Angeles in 2025 and there are robot security. It's a little crazy. I wonder what it would actually do. Does it speak? Hello. All right. Well, I know there's robot food delivery. You got self-driving cars, Teslas, Waymos. But now we have robot security. That's crazy. But enough about that. Let's check out this unit.
This is Media, a top downtown LA realtor, DTLA insider on Instagram, a friend of mine, and he's got something pretty special to show us.
Okay, we're here with Mehdi at the downtown LA
What's up, brother?
legend,
Good to see
DTLA
you.
insider.
Thank
Good
you
to
for
see you.
making it down to our hood here
Definitely.
today.
So tell me what we're looking at. We just kind of made our way up here.
32nd floor, you are looking at the Hope and Flower penthouse collections. Inside and out, you're looking at a little over 4,000 square feet.
Okay. It's a lot of space.
It is, but inside is 2,800, so that shows you how much outdoor space there is.
So what is this priced at?
So this is 19,500 towards the top end of the downtown market.
Got
but,
it.
for obvious reasons, right? These Hope and Flower penthouses are very Miami-ish. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but I mean, look at this, dude. So what sets these penthouses apart versus anything else in downtown is the outdoor space. Most people that are in high rises, you want a balcony, you want outdoor space. most of the penthouses in downtown, believe it or not, do not have any of that.
This really feels like a New York style.
100%. And then look at this. You have like this outdoor dining area too. Wow. I mean, California room, you could call it, but look at this, man. Look at these views.
This is crazy. Yeah, come over here, Ryan. Let's face this way. This is wild. What do we have here?
So,
let's talk about this.
So here's the thing. I was trying to confirm, and I believe this is the case. It's a split hot and cold.
Okay.
So jacuzzi and then cold plunge.
That's
cold
me.
plunge.
Everyone's doing the cold plunge these days.
Everybody
I feel like
is,
it's a standard.
except me. So whoever's here, you guys can take care of this.
It is a little cold. Maybe we won't be jumping in there.
No, it gets ice cold. But again, what you're paying for is this, man. You've got the gorgeous sunsets going right behind us. You have the Hollywood sign over the observatory over there. This is north facing. You've got unobstructed skyline views and nothing planned to go up here for quite some time. So.
Okay. Shoot, you've seen so much change in downtown LA over the years. You've been 100%. Doing this for how long now out here?
I've been downtown since 2017.
2017,
I've seen it go up, I've seen it go down, I've seen it go to what it is right now.
So what are your thoughts exactly as the downtown LA guy? You live here as well and you sell a lot of real estate, a lot of apartments you're leasing out here. So tell me your thoughts on like the ups and downs and where you've seen downtown go over the past few years.
Sure, so I think the first thing you gotta look at is downtown LA, unlike downtown Chicago, Manhattan. It's a temporary place for people. They want to come here for a year or two, experience it, and get out. We don't have the resources, infrastructure to keep people here. Whereas in Manhattan, you've got schools right there. They're walking to everything. This is, I feel, like a temporary place in somebody's life. They come to the city, they experience this, and they get out of here.
Gotcha.
Also, downtown LA is not as nice as, let's say, Chicago or Manhattan. So there's that. Two, I mean, look around you, right? Look what you're standing in. They're building rental product left and right down here. There's a massive inventory of rental products. So what does that do? Basically, rents are cheaper. So you can come experience something, and I'm not talking about $19,500 a month like what this is, but you can get a nice 2-bedroom for $4,000 a month. Where are you gonna get that in a high-rise with all the amenities that these buildings offer than anywhere in downtown? The problem is to buy something like that, one, there's very few and far in between. There's only a couple communities that have been built as condos in the last 10 years, so they're dated. And then if you do buy something like that with the HOA insurance, for that $4,000, you're putting down a couple $100,000 and paying $8,000 to buy. So for a lot of people, because you're only going to be here a couple of years, it doesn't make sense to do so.
Right.
But on the rental side, you see a lot of nice shiny product like this, and they're going to continue to do so.
Yeah, it's the only place in LA where you really get that city vibe in a high rise. There's almost nothing on the west side at all when it comes to high rises or even in the city.
If it is, it's expensive. I mean, look, like if you take apples to apples and you compare this to something comparable in terms of size and all that on the west side, you're paying a good $8,000 to $10,000 a month.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room real quick. Just touch on it briefly. I mean, we've talked about this a little bit throughout this video. I mean, the graffiti towers is what it's coined as, but I mean, in my opinion, I've said that I really think it does add some color and liveliness, because without that, it would just be a plain gray abandoned building. But I mean, what do you tell people? What are your thoughts on this exactly?
I mean, look, when I came to downtown, this was in development. It was going to be transformative for downtown. You were going to have high-end retail, hotels, the whole 9 yards. None of that happened. COVID happened. Downtown kind of went in a little bit of glut. Right now, it's been sitting like this, obviously, until they painted it, which some people say it's a bad thing, but it did shine a light on this entire development, right? So that's a good thing, because now things are happening. I think what's happening right now, they did take it to auction. The word is AEG was the top bidder. They're in the due diligence period right now. The auction was in September. So I heard it's them plus another party that kind of got together. But I mean, when you look at this thing being empty like this for this long, is it salvageable is the big question. So they're trying to figure that out.
Okay. So in your opinion and expertise as the downtown LA guy, like we just had the Grammys that were down here, and you know, we have these celebrities and people coming in from all over the world, going to these nice venues and then seeing these buildings. What do you think would be the most like ideal thing to happen with this now? When can it even get back to being like a luxury, nice building?
That's a good question. I don't think on the condo side it's feasible. I think if anything, it's going to have to be converted into rental, because this was actually going to have both rental and 3 and 4 bedroom condo residences. People are not moving to downtown. People are not buying 3 or 4 bedroom, because who buys 3 or 4 bedroom residences? Families. They're not moving downtown. It's just not the place for that quite yet. So I think the best thing with this, hotel is going to be part of it, which was going to be a Park Hyatt. I think they should move forward with the hotel aspect and luxury rentals. But again, there's a lot of luxury rental supply here too, so you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, you never know.
No.
Well, let's get back inside and show the rest of the unit.
Let's do it, man.
How many beds and baths are in this?
So this one's 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and then it has also a den, so we don't count that as the actual bedroom itself. Omni Group in general, they built their units, the regular units and these, to have a lot of outdoor space. So you're gonna have 3 balconies in this, not including that big one that we just saw there. Off of each bedroom, you're gonna have your own private balconies. Take a look at these gorgeous spa-like showers and bathrooms.
What kind of people do you see normally renting something for $20,000 a month?
Again, I would say if this was 2017, it was a lot of people from within LA. Now it's definitely a lot of people from different states that are coming in here and they want to kind of experience that LA life, and they're the ones that typically will pay for this. They'll have their LA place in another place. You'll see a lot of that. You're not seeing as much from within LA, unfortunately. That has kind of changed a little bit because when you're from LA, you feel like, oh, downtown's not exactly the safest and nicest place to be. I think that mentality has to change, but I think it's if you build it, they will come. But
why do you think that has changed over the years?
I mean, so look, 2016, 17, 18, I feel like downtown was actually turning into a little more of a metropolitan type of city. You had a different crowd here. You had a lot more businesses, which are now shuttered because of COVID. And I think between that, between civil unrest, between them just saying, you know what, bye LA, that's what kind of happened. They kind of left us to be here. Finally, after I would say 4 years, I'm starting to see it come out of that. But it's slowly but surely type of thing. But downtown's sensitive. One little thing goes wrong with the economy or anything else, it bounces back big time in a negative way. Come on, after you.
Sweet. So yeah, it is nice when you can get multiple views from different directions in any penthouse.
You've got northeast right here. You get a little bit of south as well on that side. I'll show you another one as well. But yeah, you get pretty gorgeous sunsets, I should say, right behind you. Sunrise is this way, but
really nothing like this.
It's a funny story too. The reason it took us about 45 days to turn this unit is because the previous resident had literally made it their own in a way that you don't do with a rental product. They completely changed all the vanities. They had painted this wall their own suiting. All the closet systems were custom, you know, like the pipe fittings. And I'm like, why are you doing that on a rental product? But they loved it so much that they did. So primary bedroom, again, there's two primaries in this, so you could use it either way you want. You've got split closets, his and hers, another balcony, gorgeous skyline views directly north. And then we'll show them that tub in the bathroom at the end. But I mean, look at this, man.
Gotta check it out.
So if you want to be a little antisocial and don't want to hang out with everybody in the living room balcony, you just come over here.
Yeah, I mean, all three views are very different from one another, which I'm a big fan of. I mean, you really do get the city life right here.
Yeah.
Being that you're so heavily in the rental space, how have you seen, and you also said one little thing happens in Los Angeles, it changes everything.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know just how have you seen the fire situation affect the rental market here in downtown?
Interesting. So I know everybody saw the joke like, oh wow, downtown's finally the safest place to be during the fires. Sure. And it was true to an extent. But what we saw in terms of the rental market, people that were they never even had the notion of living in downtown. I actually leased some of the highest priced penthouses that we had on the market for several months to people that never lived in downtown, swore they would never come to downtown. And half of those people are now like, wow, we love this lifestyle, the convenience, living in a high rise. As much as this may not be the safest area, it is the most secure form of living. And so some of these people are like, well, maybe we'll stay afterwards. But for that to happen, you do have to change all of this. I mean, look, you've seen a stronger market, especially in a seasonal time that like January, February is usually slow. It was because of the fires, but you're seeing towards that top end, a lot of these people from the Palisades, Altadena kind of pouring in here. So we need more of that.
How do you also get rid of the stigma of downtown LA just being this, like, not the greatest place to live? Because when I think of downtown, I live in the West Side, I live in Santa Monica. I mean, I love the West Side as well, but when I think of downtown, I just think of, you know, don't really want to spend too much time up there. So how do we change that stigma? How does it get a little bit better? I don't know.
Mean, that's a loaded question.
It is a very loaded question.
With a lot of moving parts. I mean, a lot of that comes obviously from the political and policy level.
Of course.
Clean it up. You know, I've seen that they have the ability to do it, but they do it for temporary purposes or reasons, and then they just let it go again. So I think this starts from the top. A lot of the federal funding that's going to homelessness also needs to actually go to homelessness, and you have to fight the battle from that angle down, or else people are not going to come over here. If the area is not safe, the area is not clean, if you don't have, you don't have the police force outside, and they really don't care, what do you think is going to happen? And the problem is you're building these luxury $20,000 a month penthouses. You have some of the nicest restaurants. We have Javier's opening underneath us. You have Mastro's next to that. We have Crypto.com right behind them, right down the street. So there's a lot of good here, but the problem is people don't stay. They come here, have their fun, and they leave. And until you fix that problem top down, it's not going to change.
That's a great way to sum up everything, because we've shown the lower parts of downtown, and now we're in the high ends of downtown. So just wrapping everything up before we really quickly show that bathroom. Actually, let's go in there right now. I want to take a look at that.
Follow it. I want you to see this firsthand. Not a bad way to end the day, is it?
This does remind me of really a New York style high-rise $20 million penthouse that I've shown on my channel a few times,
Manhattan
where you have the
ones,
tub.
yep.
Yeah, you have the tub right there with the skyline, the city in the background. This is really cool. Thank you for showing us this unit, first of all. And what would be your favorite part about downtown real estate in general?
The diversity. I'm a big fan of authentic character, like the loft, the loft style apartment. So you have that, and then you have this. So it's a tale of two cities, both in terms of the real estate and both in terms of what's up here and what's down there. So I just love that diversity. I love the contrast, and I love the type of people that move down here.
That's a great answer, man. Thank you so much for showing me this.
My pleasure, brother. Good to see you, man.
Media, find them on all socials. Also, Downtown LA Insider. Love the content you post on there. It's all incredible, bro.
Thank you again.
Yeah, so this is what you get, 19.5 in downtown Los Angeles. Thanks for watching this entire video, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. See you next time.
From the hard realities on the streets to those incredible penthouses up high, the city is always changing. It's shaped by everyone who lives here, those just getting by, those living the high life, and the abundance of tourists from all over the world who come just to catch a glimpse of this city I call home. Sure, it has its flaws, but that's part of why we love it. Through the good and the bad, this is Downtown LA. Thanks for joining me on today's adventure. See you next time.